We are live here at Yarborough Field on the campus of St. Vincent de Paul College Prep for a large school versus small school showdown. Rancho Cotate out of Runner Park and St. Vincent de Paul out of Petaluma. Should be a great game. Both teams are 4-0 coming in. It's a beautiful day here in Petaluma, and it's going to be a very good matchup. You have Rancho Cotate ranked number 6 in the Press Democrat North Bay football poll. St. Vincent de Paul ranked number 5. However, if you look at the Max Preps rankings, which includes schedule, scores, and strength of schedule, St. Vincent de Paul ranked ahead of Rancho Cotate at number 11 versus Rancho Cotate at number 16. You got two great quarterbacks going at it, Wyatt Gregory for Rancho Cotate and Gabe Casanovas for St. Vincent de Paul, both getting college offers. And if you look at the skill players, look out for Luke Morey for Rancho Cotate, one of the most explosive offensive players, and Mason Cattarelli, the touchdown scoring record holder in the Redwood Empire for St. Vincent de Paul. So should be a great game. We have a huge crowd expected. The large crowd is already filing in here at St. Vincent de Paul at Yarborough Field. Should be an exciting matchup. Rancho Cotate, a perennial large school powerhouse, and St. Vincent de Paul, who has made a name for themselves as a powerhouse against all the schools in the North Bay, not just against small schools. So they have definitely made a name for themselves. Back-to-back state champions. Should be a fantastic game. And to learn more about the uprising of St. Vincent de Paul's football program, we turned out to this short video describing their uprising.
A lot of people here that want to see us succeed, and I think that us being smaller lets us get closer, and our chemistry is pretty special. We play together. You know, the whole team's friends. You know, that's a big emphasis of us during the off season, is coming together as a group.
We've played the last 3 seasons together, both state championships. Even with kids getting pulled up, we've been together on that field, and I would say the brotherhood and how we fight through adversity, I think that's the biggest key to this team and what I think is the most important. Our coaches set us up for success. Over the summer, we practice day in, day out. It's truly a grind, but we really dedicate ourselves to this, and we love it.
You know, this isn't something that was just a lucky one-off thing that's never going to happen again. You know, we're a legit program, one of the top teams with top players, and we can play with anybody.
Everybody's just hungry in general. It's just like we want to go out there and win. We want to make a big run like the last 2 years.
And a lot of these guys haven't lost. You know, we haven't lost a playoff game since my freshman year, so we've won, so we know what it takes to win. We got to keep applying that pressure and have that work ethic.
All right, man, we've been waiting a long time for this. We worked real hard. All right, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be like a roller coaster at times, but if we stick together, we'll be fine, okay? We gotta play extremely hard on every play and let them know they're playing a 2-time back-to-back state champion. This is a new season, okay? You guys been waiting for this. The most important thing, though, I want you guys to go out and have fun, okay? And play loose. Just do what we do. Let's dominate. Let's go. Dominate. Yes, dominate.
Yes, sir.
Dominate. 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 Stick together. Have fun. You ready? Yes,
sir. Hey, let's get a big dub, baby. Week 1. We've been waiting for this all year, man. Hey, make it loud. Hey, let's go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Back here live at Yarborough Field on the campus of St. Vincent de Paul College Prep, and such a good matchup we have for you here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent both at 4-0 on the season, and you look at what they have on their roster. Rancho Cotate, not the strongest offense, but if you look defensively, they've allowed just 22 points and have picked 6 passes off over their last 3 games. So their defense is going to be very stout. It's going to be interesting to see how St. Vincent counteracts that with their myriad of offensive options with Brody Breen and Mason Cattarelli, their top skill players, along with 3-year starter at quarterback Gabe Casanovas, who has led them to 2 CIF state championships. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You look at Rancho Cotate, their quarterback Wyatt Gregory. He's thrown 9 touchdown passes for 700 260 yards, and also has a team-high 237 rushing yards, along with a pair of scores on the ground as well. So a dual-threat quarterback, but also you look at the other hand, Gabe Casanovas, he's passed for 769 yards, so 9 more than Grigori, and with 14 touchdowns, just 1 pick, and he's also rushed for 161 yards as well. So you have 2 dual-threat quarterbacks going at it here on this Saturday afternoon, and this is a matchup that a lot of local football fans have wanted to see for a long time. St. Vincent, a small school powerhouse, 2-time defending state champions, going up against a perennial large school program that has seen a lot of success over the last 2 decades, where they've just missed the playoffs 2 times, when one of them was last year. So give credit to Garrick Hotaling, the Rancho Cotate head coach. He's got his team 4-0. Opened up with the season with a win over Ukiah, 33-26, and then since went on to beat Montgomery, Bishop, O'Dowd, and Redwood. For St. Vincent de Paul, they opened with 2 unbelievable comeback victories, a 43-41 win over Woodland Christian. That was a game where just went back and forth, and St. Vincent got the last laugh on a Mason Catarelli touchdown in the final minute. Then you look at it the following week at American Canyon. St. Vincent trailed by 2 scores going into the 4th quarter, scored 21 unanswered points to defeat American Canyon 27-21, another touchdown in the final minutes as well. And then they followed up with 2 dominant wins, one over Lowell 61-0 and Arcata 71-33. They had their bye week this past week, so they've been preparing for Rancho Cotate for the last week and a half or so, and they are ready to go. Again, a huge crowd on hand, and I just walked past the line entering the facility. It is very, very long, expecting close to 800 to maybe 1,000 people here at Yarborough Field. It's going to be an unbelievable game, and we are very much looking forward to it. As you see St. Vincent de Paul taking the field right now, there's head coach Trent Herzog, who has been at the helm since 2018, also coached for a long time across town over at Casa Grande, and has certainly made a name for himself here at St. Vincent. Again, 2-time state champion. They've won the section title, North Coast section, 3 times, and have been to 4 straight section title games. So a lot of success here at St. Vincent de Paul, and we are going to have such a great game for all of you this afternoon, and we're looking forward to bring you all the action. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. We'll have the national anthem and kickoff for you from Yarborough Field. Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent will begin right after this.
Marcus Thompson, Miles Gardea, Paul Gregorian, Randy Parmiter, Gavin DeCarly, Jess Kling, and Heather Galloway. Head trainer is Heather Campbell. and gentlemen, your officials for today's contest are as follows: Todd Kello, John Fitzgerald, Lance Phillips, Charlie Hayes, and Nick Swade. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we invite all Mustang alumni to a get-together at Charlie's Deli this Friday night at 6:30. Also, Mustang fans, have you bought your gala tickets yet? Don't miss the Kentucky Derby themed event. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year and is so much fun. Get your tickets online or in the office. Again, the Mustang gala tickets, main office. Again, Mustang alumni to get together at Charlie's Deli this Friday night at 6:30 p.m.
Camera one is on. Camera one is on.
And one further announcement before we begin. The fifth quarter today will be held at the aquarium immediately following the varsity game. The fifth quarter will be held at the aquarium immediately following the varsity game.
Back at Yarborough Field, the captains meeting at midfield for the coin toss for St. Vincent. We have Mason Catarelli, Gabe Casanovas, Jack Ellis, and Frank Monticello for Rancho Cotate. John McClellan, Devin Perkins, Wyatt Gregory, and Jacob Hartsoe. Your captains for both teams. As you see there, getting all set for this one. Rancho Cotate will receive the opening kickoff as announced by head referee Todd Kello. As we get ready for this one. And this is going to be a lot of fun. Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent. And we're going to turn it over to let you listen to the public address announcer, Don Vicchini, who will have our pregame announcements and national anthem.
Now at this time, everyone, I ask that you all please rise if you're able and remove your caps for our pregame prayer.
Now, SF and okay.
Now let us remember the holy presence of God. Lord, may the life celebrated in this house give delight, honor, and reverence to you. We ask that God, our Father, our Mother Mary, and all the angels and saints protect and keep healthy our officials, student athletes, and supporters of the St. Vincent de Paul College Prep and Rancho Cotate High School. May our players play with intensity, passion, fairness, and sportsmanship. Amen. Please remain standing as we honor our great nation, its many veterans, and our men and women proudly serving our nation at home and overseas, with the playing of our national anthem.
And we are just about set to go. Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent de Paul, two great programs going head-to-head. And that's going to be a whole lot of fun. A lot of crowd here. The big crowd has filed in. Still many more waiting to file in with the long line outside the front gate here. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Rancho Cotate will receive the opening kickoff from St. Vincent. St. Vincent wearing their all red today. White helmets, red jersey, red pants. Rancho Cotate in their white jersey, white pants with blue and navy blue and red trim, and their navy blue helmets. Dylan Shalou will be kicking off for St. Vincent de Paul.
Shalou set to kick off for the Mustangs.
That's Devin Perkins and Luke Morey back to receive for Rancho Cotate.
Morey deep to receive for the Cougars.
And we are just about set to go. Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent. Shalou's kick is a good one. It's going to be Morey who takes it just inside the 5. Morey trying to reverse field now. Has Breed trying to get up to him. Does not get there. Jugs, and it's going to be brought down. Looks like it was Hudson Kensick that was close to getting him down around the 10-yard line, maybe the 11, where we're situated out here in the press box. We have a unique angle for sure, so I will be relying a little bit also on my monitor that I have here to give you accurate down and distance. Looks like they're around the 12-yard line, and that's where Rancho Cotate will start their first possession. There's Grigori. That's Roman Perez in the backfield in motion for Rancho Cotate. Now it's Morey in motion. Grigori keeps trying to go near side. Was stopped initially by Jack Ellis, but right there to finish up the play is Levi Kennedy. And looks like it's going to be a short loss for Rancho Cotate. Kennedy on the tackle for St. Vincent.
Kennedy credited with the tackle for the Mustangs.
So this will be 2nd and 12. Grigori back to pass, trying to throw over the top early, going for Liam Griffith, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Omar McGannon. Liam Griffith, another senior for Rancho Cotate. And it's going to be 3rd down. Also out there on defense for St. Vincent, Jack Benjamin. We mentioned Hudson Kensick, Mason Cattarelli. Your defensive line has Jack Ellis, CJ Perez, and Lorenzo Webb. 3rd down. See the scoreboard there in the background? Not even a minute into this one. Grigori takes the snap, looks left, throws, has a man, but it's picked off! Picked off by Omar McGannon, and what a start for St. Vincent. So St. Vincent forces the first turnover of today's game. And that is now the 3rd interception thrown by Grigori this season, and St. Vincent takes over at the Rancho Cotate 30-yard line. St. Vincent offense on the field, Gabe Casanovas. Back there by himself, 5 receivers. You see Cattarelli in motion. Casanovas looks left, has a man, but it's dropped. That's Barrett Chaput, the intended receiver for St. Vincent. Just a quick little screen action, and Chaput unable to make the catch. So now Rancho Cotate trying to come up with a stop and keep St. Vincent off the scoreboard. Casanovas with Cattarelli to his left, now shifts to his right. He gives to Catarelli. Has a hole up the middle. Is brought down by about 3 or 4 Cougars. Good for a nice gain of about 7, possibly 8. And it's going to be third down. So we'll spot that around the 24-yard line. So a gain of about 6. So now Rancho Cotate trying to come up with the big play here. St. Vincent likely in 4-down territory. Casanovas up the middle, draw play, has the first down and a little bit more, and he's going to be brought down just inside the 20-yard line. The ball came out, but well after progress was stopped. Braden Stowe was the first to get there for Rancho Cotate.
Casanova's run is good enough for Mustang. First down.
So first down, Mustangs. They have the ball spotted around the 17. And the Mustangs trying to strike first. Both teams 4-0 coming into today. Rancho Cotate, number 16, ranked in the NCS. St. Vincent, number 11. Catarelli has it. Shifts up the middle. He's going to get a few. Still on his feet and finally is dropped down. Jarek Buckley the first to get there for Rancho Cotate, and now has 49 tackles on the season. That's good for third in the entire North Coast section. So a nice gain for Catarelli. Gain of about 7. They give to Catarelli, far side this time, has some room, and he is in. Looks like we might have a flag on the play. We'll see. Again, from where we are, it's hard to see. We have something blocking our view for that far corner of the end zone that you see, and it's going to be a penalty on St. Vincent. So take the touchdown off the board. I believe we're going to have a holding call against the Mustangs. So that moves the ball back to the 20. So it's going to be second and about 13 now for St. Vincent. So break for Rancho Cotate. Just one receiver to the far side. That's the near side on your screen. Brody Breen. Chaput in motion. Casanovas drops back. Screen pass. He's got Catarelli, but right there was a Rancho Cotate defender. Doesn't make the tackle, and Catarelli is in. Touchdown, St. Vincent. And we might now have another flag on the field. Yeah, but there is a flag down. You see it on your screen, likely against St. Vincent, so we might be taking 6 points off the board again. And another holding call. So that'll back St. Vincent up even further. This has been a concern for St. Vincent. The penalties have hurt them. Although they're 4-0, penalties have been a problem. And so now the ball is moved back to the 25-yard line. So that makes it about a 2nd and 18. Casanovas keeps, shifts, and he's going to be brought down inside the 25. Helmet comes off. I believe that's Casanovas' helmet coming off, so Casanovas will have to come out of the game for at least one play, which means Willie Pedersen will take the next snap at quarterback for St. Vincent. So it looks like Casanovas gained just about 1 yard on that play. So that ball moves to the 24-yard line, and it's going to be third down. So you're looking at 3rd and 17. St. Vincent looking to convert. They've scored twice, but have had both touchdowns negated due to penalties. Pedersen drops back, looks right. Going to throw over the top. Does he have Jack Ellis? No, it's overthrown and incomplete. And it'll be 4th down, and we'll see what St. Vincent decides to do. Dylan Shalou is their kicker. Does have a good leg, but it looks like Casanovas is going to come out on the field, and they'll go for it on 4th down. You're at the Rancho 24-yard line, so if you don't convert here, you do have Rancho backed up pretty good. And remember, Rancho Cotate started their first possession inside their own 10, and Grigori ended up throwing an interception that was picked off by Omar McGanum. Appreciate you joining us from Yarborough Field in Petaluma. St. Vincent and Rancho Cotate. 4th and 16. Casanovas looking over the middle, has a man, it's caught! Barrett Chaput, what a play! Just shy of the end zone, and St. Vincent converts on 4th down. I got that ball spotted very close to the goal line. Casanovas gives. Catarelli is in. Do we have a flag? No flags. Touchdown, St. Vincent. So the Mustangs are on the board first against Rancho Cotate. And Dylan Shalou on to kick for St. Vincent. So the Mustangs strike first.
Shalou set to attempt the PAT for the Mustangs.
So here's Shalou. Snap is good. Kick is up. Kick is good. And it's 7-0 St. Vincent. 7:38 to go in the opening quarter. So a good start for the Mustangs. And now it will be up to Wyatt Grigori and that Rancho Cotate offense to try and respond here on the road. Not an entirely new environment for Rancho Cotate. They had played Redwood. They have played Redwood on the road. And Redwood also plays on Saturday afternoon, so not their first time playing on a Saturday afternoon. And it's actually gorgeous weather, 77 degrees here. I've been to some games here where it's been up north of 90, 95 degrees. So Rancho Cotate definitely lucked out on the weather side, but still an adjustment from playing primarily on Friday nights, now going on Saturday afternoon. So we'll see if they're able to make that adjustment throughout the game. But nonetheless, St. Vincent does score first. As Shalou will kick off for St. Vincent. You have Maury and Perkins back for Rancho. It's Maury again from his own end zone. Coming near side. Has a room. Can he get past one more? He cannot. Frankie Monticello, the first to get there for St. Vincent. And Rancho Cotate is going to take over around the 38-yard line. Got a couple local games on the docket today. Here in the North Bay, Terlinda and Archie Williams underway. Down in San Anselmo, American Canyon, and Tamalpais. And Redwood and Casa Grande have begun. They're playing over at Petaluma High School this afternoon. Rancho Cotate getting their field redone. As Maury takes the handoff and is dropped down. Just shy of the 45-yard line. Hudson Kenzik was there for St. Vincent. Kenzik, one of the transferred from Annalee before last season. And Kenzik records his 5th tackle of the campaign. Handoff again, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. John McClellan, the ball carrier for Rancho Cotate. It looks like no gain on the play. And it's going to be third down. So third down and about 7 for Rancho Cotate. Another handoff and going nowhere again. A plethora of Mustangs in on that one. Kedzik, CJ Perez, Jack Ellis. And they're going to force Rancho Cotate here to possibly punt the ball away. Player slow to get up for Rancho. And we'll have a timeout on the field. That's Braden Powell slow to get up for Rancho. So the ball's at the 41-yard line of Rancho Cotate. So St. Vincent has won the field position battle early on in this one. Just about halfway through the opening quarter here at Yarborough Field. 6:01 to play. St. Vincent with a 7-0 lead. Mason Catarelli has dropped to about the 15-yard line. Hunter Probst, the punter for Rancho Cotate, to commit to Toledo, Division I Toledo. Very good punter, gets this one off. Pretty good punt, takes a bounce at the 24, and the St. Vincent Mustangs are just going to let it roll. It's going to drop to about the 13-yard line. And that's where St. Vincent will take over their next drive. So the Mustangs leading 7-0. And if you look at Rancho Cotate, St. Vincent already with a 7-0 lead. They've only allowed 22 points in their last 3 games. Those were wins over Bishop O'Dowd, Redwood, and Montgomery. So Rancho Cotate used to having a dominant outing defensively, but St. Vincent, given great field position on their opening drive, thanks to that McGanum interception, was able to punch it in, even after a couple of penalties called 2 scores back. But now St. Vincent will have to travel 87 yards to put 6 more on the board. Casanovas keeps up the middle and stopped after a gain of about 5. Jarek Buckley there, the first one for Rancho Cotate. So it looked like a gain of about 5, possibly 6. It's going to be second down. St. Vincent trying to extend their lead. Thank you all for joining us. Michael Barabald here, bringing you all the action from Yarborough Field in Petaluma. Ellis in motion. Casanovas in trouble, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. Asieli Tuvimo with the sack. And that's going to bring up third down.
Credited with the tackle for the Cougars.
So see if Rancho Cotate comes up with a stop here. They trail 7-0. Cougar fans making some noise on the near side. Hand to Catarelli. Spin move. Breaks the tackle. Has a first down. Great move from Catarelli. Cassius Chaddick and Nate Griner Hicks team up for the tackle. And we have some laundry on the field. And looks like this one might be coming back. And another holding call, the third already against St. Vincent. So that will move the football back. Looks like they're going to be back around the 13-yard line, around the 14. So it looks like they have it around the 14-yard line. So 3rd down and 9 for St. Vincent. So 3 costly penalties for St. Vincent already. See if they overcome this one. Casanovas looks for Catarelli. It's knocked down. Incomplete. Very nice coverage by Gage Cummings and Devin Perkins for Rancho. And St. Vincent will be forced to punt the football away here. And do we have another flag? My goodness. This one's going to be on Rancho Cotate. We'll see what the head referee says. Oh, we have roughing the passer against Rancho Cotate. So their first penalty is going to net St. Vincent a 1st down. Rancho Cotate fans not too pleased with that call. But for St. Vincent, it is a 1st down. Catarelli again up the middle. First progress was stopped by Tuvimo for Rancho Cotate. Gain of 5, 2nd down. Just under 3 minutes to play now here in this opening quarter. Catarelli coming near side this time, and it's going to be dropped down right away by Braden Stowe. Gain of 3, so it's going to be 3rd and short for St. Vincent. And a big play coming up. Oh, and we have movement, and that's going to be a false start against St. Vincent.
False start penalty will be assessed against the Mustangs.
CJ Perez jumped for St. Vincent. So St. Vincent now 4 penalties in this opening quarter. Perez, the left guard for St. Vincent, with Lorenzo Webb at center. Lance Wegman, left tackle for St. Vincent. And looks like we have a timeout taken, I believe, by St. Vincent. We'll see and wait for confirmation from Todd Kello. And there will be a timeout taken by St. Vincent. And let's hear from Jack Ellis. Jack Ellis committed to San Diego State for football, also a very strong basketball player here at St. Vincent. But Ellis and this entire St. Vincent football program, knowing how to win and knowing how to win these close games, here is what he had to say about the team's culture of winning.
I think that we all know what it feels like to win. Like we all have that chemistry together, like winning a big game, winning big state championship games. Like we've done it back to back, like you said. We have to work hard, like week in, week out. Like we have to respect every opponent. Not any game's going to be easy. Like everything's going to be hard. Like, and I think that with our chemistry, like we know how to play together. We know how to be a team, be a unit. And the biggest thing for us is not underestimating any opponent, taking everyone the same. Like state championship game or week 1, like it's all the same to us. I think that's the biggest focal point for us.
Casanova's pass falls incomplete.
Go, Luke!
Gattarelli on information for Maury deep to receive for the Cougars.
Back around the 33-yard line now for Rancho. Snap is good. Kick is off. Great punt from Gattarelli. And Maury's going to take it right around the 31-yard line, trying to get a few yards back, and he's actually going to be dropped back, and he's dropped out of bounds. So Rancho takes over around the 30. Looks like actually the 29-yard line. Still 7-0. St. Vincent, a minute and a half to go. Grigori keeps, has some room, far side. Gattarelli drops him around the 45-yard line. First big play for Rancho Cotate. So Rancho Cotate right back on the ball. Grigori's got Roman Perez to his right. Two receivers each side. Looking right, throws, has Maury just shy of midfield, past midfield now, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds by Dylan Shalou and Mason Gattarelli. And Rancho Cotate will have the ball at the 45-yard line. That's going to be another first down for the Cougars. So Rancho Cotate trying to get themselves on the board as we now tick under a minute to go in this first quarter. Grigori keeps, stopped right away. CJ Perez, the first to get there for St. Vincent. It's going to be a loss of 1 for Rancho Cotate. As we are now just at about 25 seconds left in this first quarter, so likely one more play in this quarter. 10 seconds to go now. Grigori trying to come up the middle. It's going to be stopped after a short gain. And there we do have a flag on the field. That flag placed around the 44-yard line. Looks like this might be on Rancho Cotate. So it's going to be against Rancho Cotate, assisting the ball carrier. So you can't do that. So that ball will be placed at the 49-yard line. So second down. And that will actually take us to the end of the first quarter, where Rancho will take back over, unless they're going to give them an untimed down here. This looks like that's what they're doing. So one untimed down for Rancho Cotate to end the first quarter. Grigori looking deep, looking for Maury. That's incomplete. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Mason Cattarelli step for step with Luke Maury. And that'll do it for the end of one. Good ball game here in Petaluma at Yarborough Field. St. Vincent leads it 7-0 over Rancho Cotate. We will take a quick break and be right back for the start of the second quarter.
Quick reminder that today's game is being broadcast on YouTube. Please search for today's game title, St. Vincent de Paul versus Rancho Cotate football, to find the live stream and share it with your family and friends who aren't here today.
Back here for quarter number 2, third down for Rancho Cotate. Grigori trying to go deep again for McClellan. He's got it. Oh no, he dropped it. He had it for a second, and the ball ended up being knocked out. Jack Benjamin, Frank Monticello there for St. Vincent. And Rancho Cotate is going to be forced to punt again. So Probst is going to drop back to punt for Rancho Cotate. Second time he's punted. Cattarelli back for St. Vincent. Punt is away. And that's going to bounce out inside around the 5-yard line. Looks like they'll spot that. Looks like around the 6 or 7 yard line. And St. Vincent once again will be pinned deep. Started their last drive at the 13. Now they'll start this drive around the 6 or 7 yard line.
Will start all about their own 9-yard line.
Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent just underway here in the second quarter. Casanovas back out for St. Vincent. Cattarelli to his right. He gives to Cattarelli trying to go up the middle. And he'll be stopped after a short gain. Braden Stowe on the tackle.
For the Cougars.
And they'll move that ball up to around the 11. So Rancho Cotate trying to keep St. Vincent off the board again. They trail 7-0. You see Casanovas, two-time state champion quarterback, and the 2 years he started. He's now in year 3, but this time he's dropped by Tuivomo. Second sack for the Rancho Cotate defense this afternoon. It looks like they're going to lose 4 or 5 yards on that one. And it's going to be 3rd and long. St. Vincent pinned up against their own end zone. Rancho Cotate defense has been well celebrated as being one of the top defenses in the North Bay. And they've had a pair of really good defensive possessions after giving up the touchdown, which St. Vincent started around their own 35-yard line. See if they can get another stop here. Ellis has the catch for a first down, close to it. Looks like he's going to be a yard or two short. And looks like St. Vincent will again send the punt team on the field. So Rancho Cotate getting the job done defensively.
Maury deep to receive for the Cougars. Cantarelli in punt formation.
Maury for Rancho Cotate back to receive around the 40-yard line. Ellis, the long snapper once again. Low snap this time. Cantarelli has to pick it off the ground, and a short punt for St. Vincent. Rancho getting out of the way. That ball bounces at the St. Vincent 35-yard line, and it's going to be picked up by Ruben Barrera around the 37. And that's where Rancho Cotate will take over. So Rancho with good field position now for the first time this afternoon. Let's see if they can take advantage and put some points on the board. One thing to note here for St. Vincent, since the start of the 2021 campaign, so you're thinking pretty much after COVID, in 27 home games here at Yarborough Field, they are 26-1. Their only loss came just under 2 years ago here against Ukiah, and what was Paul Cronin's first season as the Ukiah head coach. As Grigori keeps near side and Frankie Monticello right there for the tackle, they're going to lose a yard. So 26-1 is St. Vincent here at this field. That's including postseason games. And they have the longest active winning streak in the state of California. They've won 17 straight. Their last loss coming against Truckee in early September of last season. Grigori looking deep, has a man, and it's incomplete. Rancho Cotate wanting holding on that play, defensive holding. Liam Griffith, the intended receiver. Omar McGannum was there on the coverage.
Ball's incomplete.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Rancho. Rancho Cotate coaches sending in the play. Grigori looking to his right, now looking over the middle, trying to scramble and get away, but there is Hudson Kenzik. Another sack for St. Vincent. And the punt team back out on the field for Rancho Cotate.
Tackle made by Kenzik.
It's going to be 4th and about 16. The ball is on the St. Vincent 43-yard line, so they're going to try and pin St. Vincent deep in their own territory here. About 7:50 to play in this second quarter. So Probst, the punter, committed to Toledo. Will get off the punt. Cantarelli again back to receive for St. Vincent. Punt is away, trying to angle it out of bounds, and it gets out of bounds, and we'll see where they spot it. And let's see here. Trying to get a view from the press box here. It's a unique setup, so we'll see exactly where they will spot this. Looks like it's going to be around the 20. So that's where St. Vincent will start their next possession. St. Vincent will also receive the kickoff in the second half. Rancho received during the opening kickoff, and Grigori threw an interception on the 3rd play from scrimmage. So there you see Casanovas along with Cattarelli. Screen pass is tipped, and it's incomplete. Looked like the throw was a little bit too high for Jack Ellis to handle, and it's going to be incomplete. St. Vincent very lucky there that that ball wasn't picked off. So second down. St. Vincent up 7-0, as you see in the upper right-hand part of your screen. One of these teams will suffer their first loss of the season. The other will move to 5-0, as both these teams will head into league play starting next week. Rancho in the Adobe League of the Redwood Empire Conference, St. Vincent in the Bay League of the Redwood Empire Conference. St. Vincent will host Santa Rosa here next Saturday. Casanovas keeps looking for some room, and it's going to be brought down just past the 20.
Casanovas, the ball carrier for the Mustangs.
Buckley was there again for Rancho. It's going to be third down.
Credited with the stop for the Cougars.
Buckley came into today's game with the third most tackles in the North Coast section. So third down. St. Vincent trying to keep the ball moving and move the chains. St. Vincent came into today's game as a 4-point favorite. And we're going to have another timeout on the field taken by St. Vincent, so that'll be their second timeout of the half. And I talked to head coach Trent Herzog the other day and asked him if this game was one of the most hyped games that he has had at St. Vincent's in the regular season, and he said absolutely. He said the only one that came close was that one game that they lost here at home since 2021, that game against Ukiah, in which St. Vincent led 21-0 at the half, and Ukiah came back and stormed back to a victory. Again, that was Paul Cronin's first year up in Ukiah. And Ukiah upset St. Vincent here at this field and ended up winning the North Bay League Redwood Championship. St. Vincent would, I guess, get the last laugh, if you say, as they won the state championship in 2023. They won it again last year and looking to do something that no team in the North Bay has ever done, which was three-peat. San Marin, the only team in the North Bay to win back-to-back state championships for football. So St. Vincent trying to make it 3 in a row. So third down, coming out of the timeout. Casanovas is sacked. Second sack of the day for Rancho Cotate. And it's going to be fourth down, and St. Vincent is going to be forced to punt. So Cattarelli will drop back to punt for St. Vincent. Casanovas, the quarterback, coming off the field. Halfway through this one, just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Luke Morey back again for Rancho Cotate. Cotate around the Morey around the 38-yard line. Snap is good. Punt is off. Shorter punt, and that's going to take a Rancho Cotate bounce. And they're saying touch it, and finally Jack Benjamin will down the football at the St. Vincent 45-yard line. And Rancho Cotate will have another chance. Still nothing on the board for them. They trail 7-0, 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go in this first half. And there was a lot of questions. Would this game be a shootout? You have two great offenses, or would this game be low scoring? And right now, it's becoming a little bit of a pitcher's duel. 7-0 St. Vincent. Rancho Cotate trying to get on the board. That's Perez. Gains a couple of yards. Roman Perez, the 5'8 junior, 186-pounder. Rancho Cotate came into this game outscoring opponents 119-48. And I mentioned their dominance over the last three, 86-22. Grigori keeps this time. That is going nowhere. Hudson Kendick right there for St. Vincent. Frankie Monticello as well.
Monticello credited with the stop for the Mustangs.
And it's going to be third down. 3rd and about 8 for Rancho Cotate.
Hello? Huh? Near the end zone.
Trent Herzog calling out the coverage for St. Vincent.
Oh, that's good.
Grigori coming near side. Now is trying to throw. Was hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. And we do have a flag on the play, a late flag. So we'll see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be against Rancho Cotate. We'll wait for the indication. So it's an illegal man downfield. The penalty was declined.
Lineman downfield is the call. Penalty is refused.
And it's going to be 4th down. Rancho Cotate keeping the offense on the field. So big play here early in this game. 4:07 to go in this first half. Grigori. A little reverse action to Maury. Brody Breen's right there, but he makes the play around the 40-yard line. And Rancho Cotate turns it over on downs.
Brody Breen with the tackle.
And looks like someone slow to get up for Rancho Cotate, Jacob Harstro. As the medical team attends to Harstro. As the St. Vincent offense returns to the field, offensive coordinator Jason Rivas, who has done an outstanding job with this offense over the years, talking about what the potential this offense has here in 2025.
We really haven't hit a ceiling with this group. That's the most exciting thing with this season is they're steadily getting better, and I don't really see them stalling out before the season ends. We got a lot of guys that are going to be playing college football next year in this graduating class. So for these guys, I don't see that ceiling being reached anytime soon. And it doesn't matter what you do, you just got to keep getting better. And as a coaching staff, as a team, with all our players, I mean, that's what we're all doing.
The offensive coordinator for St. Vincent, and Jacob Hartso able to get off the field under his own power. And St. Vincent will take over at their own 40, trying to put some more points on the board before the half. Catarelli has room, and it's going to be dropped down around midfield. It's going to be close to a first down. It looks like they'll give it to him. They'll move the chains. Side official on the far side is John Fitzgerald, signaling to move the chains.
First down right in midfield.
Thanks for joining us here from St. Vincent. Michael Barabalt here bringing you today's game. Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent. St. Vincent with a 7-0 lead, looking to add to it. Casanovas has room as he keeps, but he's going to be dropped short after about 1 yard. Nice play by Luke Morey getting into the backfield for Rancho Cotate.
With the tackle for the Cougars.
Luke Morey, another multi-sport athlete on the field for Rancho Cotate, another basketball player. So 2nd and 9. The Rancho Cotate defense has held strong. They trail just 7-0. Catarelli, good run up the middle. Breaks the tackle, spin move. It looks like he's going to have enough for the first down, and they will move the chains around the 40-yard line. So it's going to be a first down for St. Vincent. So ball's at the Rancho 40. St. Vincent trying to burn as much clock as they can. 2 minutes now to go in the first half. Remember, the Mustangs will also receive the second half kickoff. It's a perfect scenario for them to get 7 here and then get the ball to start the second half. Catarelli coming near side. Past the 35, and a tough hit, and he's still in bounds. He's going to be knocked out around the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. Catarelli breaking the tackle there from Nate Briner Hicks, and then eventually being pushed out around the 29. So it's going to be a first down for St. Vincent. 1:30 to go now. St. Vincent going towards the west end zone into Rancho Cotate territory. Got Catarelli and Chalou stacked on the near side. Monticello and Chaput were stacked on the other side. Pass goes to Catarelli, who's knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 1. Possibly 2 on the play. It'll be second down. The clock runs. Rancho Cotate looking for a big stop to maybe build some momentum going into halftime. 1 minute to play now in this first half. Catarelli looks. Ball was, let's see how they rule it. They're going to rule it a catch by Barrett Chaput. And it's going to be third down and about 2. That moves the ball to the 21-yard line. Third and short. Casanovas throws. Monticello! It's going to be dropped just short of the end zone, around the 2-yard line. First and goal for St. Vincent, 21 seconds to go. And timeout taken by Rancho Cotate. So the ball is placed right around the 1.5 yard line. And timeout taken, 21 seconds to go in this second quarter. And a big moment here in this game, especially if you're Rancho Cotate. You're down 7-0. You've had trouble moving the ball against the St. Vincent defense, and you're going to be starting out on defense in the second half. St. Vincent will get the football once again, so if you could hold him here, you have some momentum going into halftime, and then you get your defense a reset going into the second half and gives yourselves a fighting chance. And, of course, if you're St. Vincent, you're trying to do anything you can to punch it in here, get yourself another 7 points, and go into the halftime with all the momentum and the score on your side, in addition to receiving that second half kickoff. St. Vincent does have 1 timeout left. Rancho Cotate has 2. That was their first timeout of this first half. See what St. Vincent has in store. They hurry up to the line. Catarelli spins. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short. And St. Vincent's going to be forced to call a timeout to stop the clock. So St. Vincent does call their last timeout of the first half. 13 seconds to go. And a great stand by that Rancho Cotate defense. Going to have to do it at least one more time. And now the question for St. Vincent is, do you try to run the ball again and risk maybe getting stopped and not being able to get another playoff, or do you try and go through the air, maybe through some play action? A lot of different ways you can go about this for St. Vincent, and for Rancho Cotate, you're just looking to be ready for anything and stay on your heels. So 13 seconds ago, it's 7-0 St. Vincent. And a great game so far between two very good programs. Both teams 4-0 coming into this game. Barrett Chaput already lined up to my near side for St. Vincent. They again hurry up to the line. It's Catarelli taking the direct snap. And does he sneak in? We'll wait for the spot. Touchdown. Eight seconds to go, and Mason Catarelli does it again for the Mustangs. So 13-0 St. Vincent. And the St. Vincent's going to line up like they're going for two, but it looks like they may just kick the one, and they'll go kick the one. So Dylan Shalou again on to kick for St. Vincent. And his kick is good. 14-0 St. Vincent. 8 seconds to go in this first quarter, and it's been a great game so far. And if you look at Shalou from the kicking side of things, has been pretty good. Has converted on now 20 of his 22 PAT opportunities. So 8 seconds to go. We'll see how St. Vincent decides to play the kickoff. Likely looking at some sort of a squib kick, although there's a way you can go about it where if you onside kick it, and of course the reward is possibly recovering football, but the risk is giving Rancho Cotate a shot with decent field position to maybe throw one up and steal a score off you. But you also have two dynamic kick returners for Rancho Cotate, Luke Morey and Devin Perkins, so we'll see what they decide to do here. And they do kick it away. And Morey, once again, has some room near side, trying to get by, and he is going to be dropped just past the 30-yard line. And that is going to be the end of the first half here from Yarborough Field in Petaluma. Good game so far, 14-0 St. Vincent. The Mustangs will receive the second half kickoff. And the Mustangs feeling pretty good about things as they head into the locker room. So you see the Mustangs heading off into the locker room. Rancho Cotate again for them heading off into their locker room. 14-0 St. Vincent over Rancho Cotate. We'll take a quick break here for halftime, and we will be right back for more action between Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent.
most significant factors that stand out about St. Vincent's academic program are its size, its range, its interdisciplinary nature, and the ways that we coordinate vertical and horizontal alignment. We offer a wide range of courses, an unusually wide range of courses given our size, several AP electives and interdisciplinary courses across the entire disciplinary range. Some classes run at 3 students, some at 24 students, so you can see the sort of difference in terms of size capacity. And yet, because we're a small school, we can really personalize for each student.
So this is a traditional college preparatory school, and so when I say traditional, that means we teach the 4 modalities in the classroom, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. But in addition to that, we understand that it's 2023 now, and we have to integrate more technology so the students are prepared for the world when they graduate St. Vincent's.
AP Capstone is a program from the College Board. It is very prestigious. It shows that you have taken AP Research and AP Seminar, which is sort of like a critical thinking and writing course, as well as passing 4 other AP tests. So it's not our own honors program, it's recognized nationally. Colleges accept it, and not only do they accept it, but they really know that these AP Capstone candidates have done the work, they've passed the tests, and they know they're going to be really successful in college. So we're very excited to be offering that, and I think it's going to really help bring our students into the 21st century.
The role of a teacher is not simply to convey information. It's a sacred relationship that one hopes will inspire students for the rest of their lives.
I came from a small school environment, but I think that it really gives you the opportunity to stand out and just gives you more opportunities to be involved, play sport, and just much more welcoming. Being able to talk to your teachers is so important, and I think that SV really embodies that, like just being able to feel comfortable with everyone around you.
In the St. Vincent de Paul environment, I think a student that is number one, very, very teachable. If I was coaching, I would say coachable. Someone that wants to learn, that wants to be engaged, that wants to be the very best they can be, that wants to fulfill their potential and possibly their dreams to go to a very good college. This is the place to be.
One of the main reasons I chose to come to St. Vincent's was the academic rigor. For me, academics is number one and my main priority, and seeing how this was a college preparatory school and how well they prepared their students really stood out to me.
I think the small environment's great. They can focus more on their academics. They can be students first, athletes second. They can play multiple sports.
I think that sports are, specifically girls sports, are elevated here because of the passionate coaching. I think that every coach that we've had has been passionate about what they're trying to kind of teach us and help us with, and they all want to build, our program, and they're all very dedicated to everything that they're doing.
When I realized that I wanted to go to college, 4-year college after high school, more was expected of me to do well in my classes, and I think that the academic rigor at St. Vincent de Paul has really helped me thrive to accomplish my goals.
The kind of student that would thrive here is the student that wants to be involved in the community of their school. Almost all of our students are involved in a sport, in a leadership program, in a service program.
The students here are really welcoming. You shouldn't really worry about finding somebody to hang out with, whether it's in class or during Mustang days, during your advocacy groups. You can walk up to anybody and start a conversation with them, and they'll be very respectful and responsive.
most significant factors that stand out about St. Vincent's academic program are its size, its range, its interdisciplinary nature, and the ways that we coordinate vertical and horizontal alignment. We offer a wide range of courses, an unusually wide range of courses given our size, several AP electives and interdisciplinary courses across the entire disciplinary range. Some classes run at 3 students, some at 24 students, so you can see the sort of difference in terms of size capacity. And yet, because we're a small school, we can really personalize for each student.
So this is a traditional college preparatory school, and so when I say traditional, that means we teach the 4 modalities in the classroom, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. But in addition to that, we understand that it's 2023 now, and we have to integrate more technology so the students are prepared for the world when they graduate St. Vincent's.
AP Capstone is a program from the College Board. It is very prestigious. It shows that you have taken AP Research and AP Seminar, which is sort of like a critical thinking and writing course, as well as passing 4 other AP tests. So it's not our own honors program, it's recognized nationally. Colleges accept it, and not only do they accept it, but they really know that these AP Capstone candidates have done the work, they've passed the tests, and they know they're going to be really successful in college. So we're very excited to be offering that, and I think it's going to really help bring our students into the 21st century.
The role of a teacher is not simply to convey information. It's a sacred relationship that one hopes will inspire students for the rest of their lives.
I came from a small school environment, but I think that it really gives you the opportunity to stand out and just gives you more opportunities to be involved, play sport, and just much more welcoming. Being able to talk to your teachers is so important, and I think that SV really embodies that, like just being able to feel comfortable with everyone around you.
In the St. Vincent de Paul environment, I think a student that is number one, very, very teachable. If I was coaching, I would say coachable. Someone that wants to learn, that wants to be engaged, that wants to be the very best they can be, that wants to fulfill their potential and possibly their dreams to go to a very good college. This is the place to be.
One of the main reasons I chose to come to St. Vincent's was the academic rigor. For me, academics is number one in my main priority, and seeing how this was a college preparatory school and how well they prepared their students really stood out to me.
I think the small environment's great. They can focus more on their academics. They can be students first, athletes second. They can play multiple sports.
I think that sports are, specifically girls sports, are elevated here because of the passionate coaching. I think that every coach that we've had has been passionate about what they're trying to kind of teach us and help us with, and they all want to build, our program, and they're all very dedicated to everything that they're doing.
When I realized that I wanted to go to college, 4-year college after high school, more was expected of me to do well in my classes, and I think that the academic rigor at St. Vincent de Paul has really helped me thrive to accomplish my goals.
The kind of student that would thrive here is the student that wants to be involved in the community of their school. Almost all of our students are involved in a sport, in a leadership program, in a service program.
The students here are really welcoming. You shouldn't really worry about finding somebody to hang out with, whether it's in class or during Mustang days, during your advocacy groups. You can walk up to anybody and start a conversation with them, and they'll be very respectful and responsive.
Back for the second half here at St. Vincent de Paul College Prep's Yarborough Field here in northwestern Petaluma. Beautiful day for some high school football. Not too many clouds in the sky, 76 degrees, and a little bit of a breeze has started to pick up here in Petaluma. St. Vincent will get the second half kickoff. Catarelli and Levi Kennedy back for St. Vincent. Kicking for Rancho is Liam Perkett, and he boots it away, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So St. Vincent trying to extend their lead. They lead at 14-0. So first down at the 20. St. Vincent scored at the very beginning of the game and then right before halftime as Catarelli takes it up the middle, gain of about 8, brought down by McClellan. So second down and about 1, possibly 2. St. Vincent with a 14-0 advantage. Casanova's facing pressure, trying to escape, and it's going to be dropped down without a gain. And it's going to be third down. So third down and 2. Just under 11 minutes in this third quarter. So Rancho Cotate needing a big play here. It's Catarelli, and he's going to be stopped short. Great job and great push by that Rancho Cotate front. Jarek Buckley there for the Cougars. And St. Vincent is going to have to punt. So a huge stop for Rancho Cotate and a great start for the Cougars as they get the stop that they need and get the football back. It's the first time both these teams have matched up against one another. Could be a great matchup we could see for years to come. We have seen these two schools play in other sports as Catarelli gets the punt away, and it's a good one, and Rancho Cotate is just going to let it roll. It's going to get inside the 35, and at the 34, that's where Rancho will take over. We've seen them match up a lot in basketball. Over the last number of years, Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent have had many battles on the basketball side of things. But the first ever meeting here in football between these two schools. Return game likely at Rancho Cotate in 2026. First down for Rancho Cotate. They give to McClellan, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. There is a flag on the play, and I believe it's going to be holding against Rancho Cotate. So this might be coming back. We will wait for our head referee, Todd Kello, to make the call. And holding was called against Rancho Cotate. That's on Jarek Buckley. And that ball will be returned to about the 24. Rancho Cotate just 25 yards of total offense in the first half. Grigori taking a shot for Griffith. It's incomplete, but they're going to get pass interference. Omar McGann on the coverage. And 2 flags came out. So St. Vincent, a costly penalty there. It's going to give Rancho Cotate some extra yardage. So the pass interference is on the defense, on St. Vincent. They're going to spot the football. And looks like the ball will be at the 39-yard line. So first down for Rancho Cotate. It's going to be first and about 5. So a good break for Rancho Cotate. They're trying to get on the board. They trail 14-0. Handoff to Yomo. And Tuvomo is dropped down after he meets the chains. It's a first down for Rancho Cotate. Ball now at the 45. Just under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. Still a long way to go. Fomo again has room, and it's going to be stopped as he passes midfield out to about the 46. Brody Breen on the tackle. And it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Cougars. So Rancho Cotate building some momentum. It's McClellan taking the direct snap, going far side, has a first down and more, and it's going to be dropped inside the 40, around the 35. Another first down for Rancho Cotate. And let's see where they spot that. It's going to be around the 37. And Rancho Cotate. McClellan again lined up to take the direct snap. McClellan up the middle. And he gets a couple. About a 2-yard pickup. Grigori not on the field. It's been McClellan who has taken the last 2 snaps directly. Roman Perez also back for Rancho. He takes it again. Coming to the near side this time. Has some room. Gets a block from Perez, and he spins out past the 30. And he's going to be close to a first down. And it looks like they're going to mark him just short. It'll be 3rd and 1. McClellan off the field now. And Tuvomo looks like he might be the one that takes these snaps now. So it's Tuvomo. Takes it. Running right side. Trying to get some space. Has some room. And he's down inside the 20. First down and more for Rancho Cotate. They are marching down the field, trying to get on the board. Ball is spotted around the 17-yard line. Tuvomo again. Trying to get to the outside, breaks a tackle, breaks another, but it was swallowed up by Ruben Barrera, and he loses a couple of yards. Ball comes back out to the 20. Grigori back on the field now for Rancho Cotate. Just about halfway through this third quarter. St. Vincent leads at 14-0, just over 6 minutes to play. Garrett Cotaling, the head coach, signaling for Rancho Cotate. Cotaling's been at Rancho a long time now. Of course, took over for the legendary Ed Conroy. Pass is complete. Luke Morey shifts a tackle, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds by Dylan Chalou around the 10-yard line. Pass was caught by Morey and caught Levi Kennedy flat-footed. And it's going to be third down. Third down for Rancho Cotate. Big play. McClellan up the middle. Has room. Touchdown. John McClellan, 10 yards out. There was a flag that came in. I think that was after the play. So hold on the points for now. Could have had an unsportsmanlike conduct come in after the touchdown was scored. But we'll wait for the officials to give us the ruling.
He spun the ball and started celebrating.
So it looks like it's going to be against Rancho Cotate. It looks like the touchdown will stand.
Yep.
Touchdown is good. Sportsmanlike penalty will be assessed after.
So it is unsportsmanlike penalty on Rancho Cotate. It's going to be assessed on the kickoff. So the touchdown is good, 14-6. And Liam Perkett is the kicker for Rancho Cotate. Liam Perkett on to kick the extra point. Snap is good. Kick is good. And Rancho Cotate has pulled to within 7. So a long drive for the Cougars. They march down the field with a lot of help from 6 or 7 direct snap plays between John McClellan and Aseli Tuvomo. And the Rancho Cotate Cougars put up 7. So St. Vincent will try and regroup. Big play on that drive was the pass interference called against St. Vincent that allowed Rancho Cotate to garner an automatic first down. So the unsportsmanlike penalty is being enforced on this kickoff, which means Rancho Cotate will kick off from their own 25-yard line. So Mason Cattarelli and Levi Kennedy will receive this, and they will get good field position.
Cattarelli deep.
Perkett's kick is a good one, a booming kick. Levi Kennedy takes it from inside the 10. Trying to get upfield, and he is going to be stopped right away. Cassius Chaddick was there right away for Rancho Cotate. Chaddick making his second tackle of the afternoon. And St. Vincent is going to start inside their own 15. So we'll see if St. Vincent has a response. Rancho Cotate gets a much-needed 6 points on the board, 7 points on the board, actually. Casanova's spin move. And it's going to get out to around the 24. Gains of about 5 on the play. Looks like maybe a gain of 6. And it's going to be second down. See on your screen, 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Again, just a beautiful day here in Petaluma. One of these teams will be 5-0 after today's game. The other will drop to 4-1. It's Catarelli. Straight up the gut, has a first down. It's going to be dropped down just past the 30. Ball is placed at about the 31. Casanovas and Catarelli in the backfield. It's Catarelli up the middle, spin move. And it's going to be dropped short of the 40. McClellan on the tackle for Rancho.
Mustangs, McClellan credited with the stop for the Cougars.
So second down and about 3. Rancho Cotate used a lot of clock on their last offensive drive. St. Vincent wanted to use some time as well. 3 receivers to our near side. It's Monticello, Chaput, and Shalou. Catarelli. It's going to be stopped just around the line of scrimmage. Great play by that Rancho Cotate defensive front. McClellan and Tyler Green on the tackle for Rancho Cotate. So we've seen Rancho Cotate come up with big stops on 3rd and short throughout this game. Do they have another one in them? They trail 14-7. It's a game St. Vincent led 14-0 at half. Casanovas keeps. He's going to have the first down as he just comes across the 45. Just shy of midfield. Looks like it'll be around the 46 or 47-yard line, and it's going to be a first down for St. Vincent.
Catarelli's run is good enough for a Mustang first down. Called at their own 47-yard line.
St. Vincent keeping their drive alive here. Handoff Catarelli, and he's stopped for about a 1-yard loss. McClellan coming in off the edge along with Cassius Chaddick. So a loss of about half a yard. Didn't lose much. Almost got back to the line of scrimmage. So second down. Shovel play to Catarelli, trying to get to the outside, has room, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds around the first down marker. They may mark him a yard short, just across the Rancho 45. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 for St. Vincent. They'll spot that ball at the 44-yard line. Handoff. Catarelli has the first down, and he's going to get dropped down up around the 35. So another first down for St. Vincent. And Rancho Cotate now having trouble stopping the run. See Trent Herzog there, the St. Vincent head coach, on the bottom left of your screen talking to the official. He actually came in and said he was feeling not too well today, but trying to gut it out, and right now has St. Vincent up 14-7. Casanova screen pass to Chaput, and he's going to be brought down around the 30, gain of about 5. And it'll be second down. That's Chaput's second catch of the afternoon. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, as they will not run the play. So that'll take us to the end of the third, and it's a good one, 14-7, a good ball game like we all had mentioned. And we're going to have a great finish on hand. And before we cue to break, we'll cue to Coach Cameron Eisenhower talking about the program culture and where the program has come from not just being a small school powerhouse against other small schools, but competing against some of the bigger programs like the team they're beating today, Rancho Cotate, en route to back-to-back state championships.
I think this team has elevated our school. I think they've been a part of the past 7 years that have kind of built us to this point. They understand that pressure, and they understand that they want to be able to have that legacy that they've built their own. And so for us, I think that they carry that weight also, and they understand, like, they want that. They want that pressure because, like, we've earned it. We've worked for this. It's not just given.
Back here for the fourth quarter from St. Vincent de Paul College Prep. Mustangs leading it 14-7. St. Vincent on a nice drive, trying to extend their lead. Seen a lot of Mason Catarelli on the ground, a workhorse for St. Vincent. St. Vincent trying to get Rancho Cotate to jump, and we're going to have an officials timeout here. And there's something going on with Rancho Cotate. It looks like Saeli Tuvomo had to come out of the game for an equipment issue. So Jaden Jackson now in for Rancho Cotate. Catarelli up the middle. And penalty marker down. We will wait for the report to come in. Not a ton of penalties today. St. Vincent started. Their first drive had 2 costly penalties. Other than that, a pretty clean game overall. St. Vincent coaches making their case from the opposite sideline. Officials discussing what they're doing here. It looks like it's going to be against St. Vincent based on how the umpire is placing in. Our officials, Lance Phillips, John Fitzgerald, Charlie Hayes, and Nick Swain, along with our white hat, Todd Kello. So the ball right now is placed at the 30. It looks like it's going to be coming back. And we will see what the penalty is here. So 2 penalties on the play, an illegal formation and a personal foul. So 2 penalties have cost St. Vincent 20 yards. And this could be the window cracking open for Rancho Cotate. 2nd and 25. So Rancho Cotate is set up to make a stop here and get the football back. Casanovas puts Catarelli in motion. In the pocket. Rolls. Being chased away. Throws. It's picked. Picked off. Jarek Buckley on the opposite sideline. Still going. On his feet. For now, it's a touchdown, but there is a penalty flag. For now, Rancho Cotate has scored. There is a flag back at their own 41-yard line. I believe it came after the pass was caught by Buckley. So the interception should still stand with Rancho Cotate getting the football, but a hold on the points for now. And here's the verdict. So Rancho Cotate will get the football. It's an illegal block in the back on Rancho Cotate. So the ball will be placed at the 30. Casanovas with the interception, just his 2nd that he's thrown this year, and the first turnover of the game for St. Vincent. Ball is at the Rancho Cotate 30-yard line, 1st down and 10. So Rancho. Grigori keeps. Gains a couple of yards. A gain of 1 for Grigori. St. Vincent going to take Jack Ellis off the field for a play. Zach Dene checking in. Grigori alone in the backfield. Dropping back out of the pocket. Flag down. Throw is incomplete. Was hit on his arm as he was throwing the football. There is a flag just beyond the 25-yard line. Did come from the far side judge. This could be a sideline warning on St. Vincent. So it was holding against Rancho Cotate. Penalty was declined, so it's 3rd down. The referee's also signaling to the St. Vincent sideline to give him a little extra room. Thank you for joining us here in the 4th quarter. 10:23 to go in this one. 3rd down and 9. Grigori is sacked. CJ Perez, the 2nd time he's brought down Wyatt Grigori. And it's a 4th down. And Rancho Cotate is going to have to punt. We will see Hunter Probst punt for Rancho Cotate. Mason Catarelli back around the 30-yard line of St. Vincent. to receive this kick. Again, 3 other games going on in the North Bay. Terra Linda and Archie Williams, American Canyon and Tamalpais. And Redwood is playing Casa Grande over at Petaluma High School's Ellison Field. Punt is away, and it's a good punt. Takes a St. Vincent bounce around the 40, and it's going to be down at the 44 by Jack Keeney. And St. Vincent will take over. They're going to spot that at the 45. So the 45-yard line of St. Vincent is where the Mustangs will take over. 9 minutes, 19 seconds to go in this game. And boy, how big does that block in the back penalty look now for Rancho Cotate. Jarek Buckley had a pick 6 that would have made it 14-13. And Rancho Cotate would have had a chance to tie it with an extra point. Instead gets called back. They had to start at their own 30. And unable to make anything happen. So now it's St. Vincent with the football and the lead. Catarelli trying to get to the outside. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Around the 47, it looks like. It's going to be second down. The 47-yard line is where they will spot it. And timeout on the field. Not sure. Trent Herzog, the head coach, is out talking to the head official, Todd Kello. And now they wind the clock, so whatever the issue was, it has now been resolved. Catarelli again trying to get to the outside, has the first down and more. He's going to be stopped around the 40 of Rancho Cotate. They'll spot that ball at the 39.
We spotted on the 39-yard line of the Cougars.
Clock running, 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this ball game. St. Vincent trying to figure out their formation. And the clock has started. Play clock got down under 10 seconds. Casanovas keeps trying to go up the middle on the option. And he's going to be dropped down. And I think his helmet came off again. That's the second time that has happened. And Casanovas is going to have to come off the field. Looks like things getting a little chippy between these two teams. So Casanovas has to come out for a play. Willie Pedersen will take his second snap under center. For the second time that Casanovas has had his helmet knocked off. Second down for St. Vincent, 2nd and 4. Catarelli up the middle. It's going to be very close to the first down marker. I think they're going to mark him just short. It's going to be 3rd down. And Casanovas back in for 3rd and short. Clock running, just now under 7 minutes to go. And let's see where they spot it. By the spot, it looks like they're going to get the first down. They're going to stop the clock. Looks like they might measure this. think they're going to bring out the chain gain here. By the looks of the spot, it looks like it's a St. Vincent first down. See, the officials are going to bring the chains out there for an official measurement. And a big spot here. Even if St. Vincent does end up short, you would think that they would go for it. And it's short. Wow. So just short, and St. Vincent has a decision to make. Rancho Cotate has had a couple of stops on 3rd and short, now 4th and short. There's 6:44 left to play. St. Vincent is going to keep the offense on the field, it looks like. And this could just be trying to get Rancho Cotate to jump off sides and give you that first down. See the speed up to the ball here. Here we go. 4th and 1. Cattarelli, first down, spin move, inside the 25. And we have a flag. I think we're going to have an unsportsmanlike against Rancho Cotate. Little too much jawing from Jarek Buckley, and another flag has come out. And I think we're going to have 2 unsportsmanlike penalties against Rancho Cotate. There are 2 flags on the field. Both came out after the play was over. Referee still discussing it. And we await the ruling. 6:23 to go. Rancho Cotate letting some frustration get the best of them. So 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalty calls against Rancho Cotate is going to move the ball half the distance to the goal. And St. Vincent has a chance with the ball around the 6-yard line to give themselves a 2-score lead, just over 6 minutes left in this ball game. Clock is running. St. Vincent trying to wind down the play clock as much as they can. Cattarelli. End zone. Touchdown. Big score for St. Vincent. So Dylan Shalou will kick the extra point for St. Vincent. It's now 20-7 in favor of the Mustangs. Snap is good. Kick is good. 5:48 to go in this one. 21-7 St. Vincent. Rancho Cotate gonna need to make a move and fast. We'll take a quick break here from Yarborough Field. Mustangs lead it 21-7. Dylan Shalou to kick off for St. Vincent. 21-7. The Mustangs lead it. .5:48 to go. Low lining kick. That may go out of bounds. And it will. So the kick out of bounds will give Rancho Cotate good field position. I'll move that ball to the 35. And it looks like they're going to have Shalou kick that ball again. So Shalou will kick off from the 40. 5:48 to go in this ball game.
Ball will be moved 5 yards back.
Ball to the 35. Great crowd on hand here at St. Vincent. As you can see, the entire opposite sideline, that Rancho Cotate sideline, filled up. Kickoff this one could go out of bounds as well. And it's out of bounds. And we'll see what they decide to do.
Shallou's kick went out of bounds. It'll be a re-kick with another 5-yard penalty. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, we have a red.
So they will kick again. Still no time has come off the clock.
Red Dodge truck blocking the road, license number 232.
Ball will be at the 30, and St. Vincent will kick again. Dylan Shalou is the kicker for St. Vincent, following in the footsteps of his brother, Tyler Shalou, who was the kicker here for 3 seasons and is now playing football at Claremont Mud Scripts in Southern California. There's the kick. And this will be a touchback. And St. Vincent ahead 21-7. And Rancho Cotate will take over at their own 20-yard line, and they're going to have to make a move. Trailing by 2 scores. They were able to score on the backs of about 6 or 7 direct snap plays that got them down the field. And that got him 6. And then 7 with the extra point. Grigori trying his shot deep for Griffith. Incomplete. And Rancho Cotate wants defensive pass interference. Rancho Cotate unhappy. I wonder if we could see that again. I'd be curious if that replay, looks like we don't have it. Would have been curious to see if Rancho Cotate had a gripe there. Second down. .541 to go. And Grigori just spikes that one. So it's going to be 3rd down. We see Paul Grigorian there, very excited for St. Vincent. Take a quick look at that play. See Omar McGanum on the coverage. I don't see anything there from that angle. I think that's good coverage by McGanum. 3rd down here, Grigori needing to make a play. Scrambling, throws. He's going to get Perkins here off the near side, still in play, and looks like they're going to say he stepped out of bounds around the 36 or 37-yard line. It's going to be a first down for Rancho Cotate. 5:27 to go.
Close to the 30-yard line, it'll be a first down for the Cougars.
So first down for Rancho. Trying to mount a comeback. Grigori rolling, throws, has Perkins again. He's going to be stopped right as he caught the football for a short gain. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts. Ball spotted just shy of the 40. And in motion, that's McClellan. Grigori rolling left. Throws, incomplete. Was in the direction of Brody Green, who almost got a hand on it.
Pass, overthrown and incomplete.
And it's going to be second down. And I think we have a player down on the St. Vincent sideline. Looks like it might be a Rancho Cotate player. And that's the quarterback, Grigori, who hops right back up and heads back out on the field. And they may make him sit out this next play. Unless Rancho Cotate calls a timeout, Grigori may have to sit this play out. So 21-7. It's going to be third down and 7, maybe 8. And Grigori is on the sideline for this next play. Looks like McClellan's going to take the direct snap again. Actually, no, it's Jackson Road behind center. He drops back. Looking. Ball is out! Ball is loose! I think Rancho has it. They were able to recover it. Number 74, Samu Lehana, hopped on it for Rancho. And it's going to be fourth down, and likely this is the game for Rancho Cotate. Fourth down. Grigori rolling. Gets out of it, throws, it's incomplete. Throw is well short of the intended receiver, Liam Griffith. Grigori down on the field again. He's hurt. He pops back up. St. Vincent forces a turnover on downs. And with 4:04 to play, St. Vincent will get the football back. CJ Perez still on the ground for St. Vincent. He'll have to come out of the game. So St. Vincent has the football at the 39-yard line. So Rancho Cotate is going to need to force a stop here and probably have to use all their timeouts. St. Vincent will take a timeout, though, before this drive starts. So 21-7. St. Vincent 4 minutes and 4 seconds away from moving to 5-0 and winning their 18th straight game. Rancho Cotate would drop to 4-1 should the score hold.
Just the last reminder, ladies and gentlemen, today's game is
St. Vincent if they hold on here, would put their 5-0 record on the line against Santa Rosa here next Saturday afternoon. St. Vincent League schedule: Santa Rosa, Annalee, Ukiah, Montgomery, and Maria Carrillo. And for Rancho Cotate, they would go back into the Adobe League and open up at Vintage at Memorial Stadium next Friday night, followed by games against Cardinal Newman, Marin Catholic, Windsor, and San Marin. First down. Casanovas under center. Gives to Catarelli. Has hole up the middle. Mason Catarelli. Touchdown. And Catarelli puts the final stamp on a St. Vincent victory today. So St. Vincent now with a 20-point lead. Dylan Shalou will kick the PAT. And it's up, and it is good. 28-7 St. Vincent. And they're going to walk away with a statement win over Rancho Cotate. And let's look at something that C.J. Perez said. The senior has been a 4-year starter for this team. And knowing how to win in the biggest moments and having the heart to win in the biggest moments.
I think we have the heart. We have the heart. We know what it takes to be at that pinnacle, and we know how hard it is and how mentally hard it is and physical, and we know what we have to stand for, and we know what we have to do to get back there. You know, it's a family effort that everybody puts in. That's what makes us special about SV, is that we're all one here, and that, you know, with a chip on our shoulder, we know that we are well prepared.
For St. Vincent, 3 minutes and 57 seconds to go. St. Vincent has opened up a 21-point lead. And the kick is away. Luke Morey will let it go into the end zone for a touchback. And for St. Vincent, just a few minutes away from win number 18 in a row. They'll be 5-0 on the 2025 season and have put themselves in very good position going into league play. Ranked number 11th in the NCS right now. And you wonder if they will move up. The top 8 make it into the North Coast Section Open Division. You wonder if by the end of the season, if St. Vincent is 10-0, that they're in consideration to play in the Open Division for NCS, as Grigori is just going to throw it away. And it's going to be second down. St. Vincent wanting intentional grounding. And if St. Vincent were not to make the Open Division, and we do have a flag now, they may now call this grounding. St. Vincent would drop all the way to Division 5 and be the number 1 seed if they don't make the Open Division for the North Coast Section playoffs. And looks like it is going to be grounding. They are backing up the football, and it's also going to be a loss of down. And grounding is the official call. So loss of down, it's going to be second down. That ball is inside the 5. If you look 3 weeks from today, St. Vincent will host Ukiah here at Yarborough Field. Paul Cronin will bring the Wildcats down, and Ukiah is the last team that has beaten St. Vincent on this field in about 5 years. So at that point, you're expecting St. Vincent to be 7-0. And we'll see what that contest means going in. Ukiah right now, it's just 2-3. They lost to Rancho Cotate, beat Carlmont, beat Fortuna, and then losses to Chico and San Marin. Ukiah was idle this week. They'll open league play with Montgomery next Friday night on the road. Rancho Cotate at Vintage at Memorial Stadium next Friday night. There's a pass complete to Maury, who stopped just short of the 20. Hudson Kensick on the tackle, playing in his first game back from injury. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Rancho Cotate before this fourth down play. Fourth and about 12 for Rancho Cotate. So their 7 points, if the score holds, will be the fewest points they've scored this season. They scored 17 in a win up over Bishop O'Dowd. 17-9 was the final of that game. If you look at the slate of games from last night from around the North Coast section,
Cut him off over there.
if you look around the North Bay, Novato beat Healdsburg 36-32. Santa Rosa over Piner 20-7. Petaluma over Justin Siena 57-12. Vintage over Napa, 37-0. Sonoma Valley over San Rafael, 40-21. A lot of teams idle this week before heading into league play. Grigori throws and complete. Turnover on downs. St. Vincent will take over once again. And today around the section, not too many games, 12 games going on. The only score that we are seeing, St. Bernard's up 43-0 on Eureka in the third quarter. And Casa Grande leading Redwood 25-21 with 3:37 to play. So first down inside the 20. Handoff goes to Levi Kennedy. And he's stopped after a short gain. Second down, clock ticking under 2.5 minutes to go now. Willie Pedersen in at quarterback for St. Vincent. St. Vincent going to move to 5-0. Pedersen keeps this time, and it's going to be dropped after no gain. It's going to be third down. So a good win for St. Vincent, a statement win in what many people around the area have wanted to see in a long time, which is St. Vincent play a local powerhouse, large school powerhouse. Rancho Cotate, a perennial playoff team, have only missed the playoffs twice in this century, and one of them was last year. Kennedy is going to be tackled around the 15, just inside the 15. And it's going to be fourth down. One minute to go from Yarborough Field.
For the Cougars,
Great crowd was on hand all afternoon. The weather was beautiful. Slight breeze throughout most of the second half here in Petaluma. And an update from Ellison Field. Redwood has taken a 28-25 lead over Casa Grande and a 4th and goal play. Pedersen's pass incomplete, intended for Chaput, and Rancho Cotate will take over with 32 seconds left. So Redwood with a late lead now over Casa Grande. And we will see how that one ends up. 32 seconds to go here. And it's going to be an interesting finish to that game. 28-7. I want to thank all of you for joining us throughout the afternoon. It's been a pleasure bringing you the coverage as pass is incomplete, intended for Liam Perkett. So Casa Grande, should that score hold, they would drop to 1-5 on the season. They started 0-4. They defeated Napa last week 45-7. That one's taken by Perez. And that is going to be the final play, looks like, of the game. Maybe one more play. We'll see what Rancho Cotate decides to do. And it looks like they're going to come off the field. It's a final. St. Vincent makes a statement this afternoon. They beat Rancho Cotate 28-7, zeros on the scoreboard. St. Vincent wins their 18th in a row. They're now 5-0 on the season. Rancho Cotate drops to 4-1. And they will both go into league play starting next week. I want to thank everyone for all of their work behind the scenes putting this broadcast on YouTube. Thankful for the opportunity. It was a very good game between two very good teams, and we will see what the rest of the season holds for Rancho Cotate and St. Vincent. So for our entire crew, I'm Michael Barabalt. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and we will see you next time.
The most significant factors that stand out about St. Vincent's academic program are its size, its range, its interdisciplinary nature, and the ways that we coordinate vertical and horizontal alignment. We offer a wide range of courses, an unusually wide range of courses given our size, several AP electives and interdisciplinary courses across the entire disciplinary range. Some classes run at 3 students, some at 24 students, so you can see the sort of difference in terms of size capacity. And yet, because we're a small school, we can really personalize for each student.
So this is a traditional college preparatory school, and so when I say traditional, that means we teach the 4 modalities in the classroom, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. But in addition to that, we understand that it's 2023 now, and we have to integrate more technology so the students are prepared for the world when they graduate St. Vincent's.
AP Capstone is a program from the College Board. It is very prestigious. It shows that you have taken AP Research and AP Seminar, which is sort of like a critical thinking and writing course, as well as passing 4 other AP tests. So it's not our own honors program, it's recognized nationally. Colleges accept it, and not only do they accept it, but they really know that these AP Capstone candidates have done the work, they've passed the tests, and they know they're going to be really successful in college. So we're very excited to be offering that, and I think it's going to really help bring our students into the 21st century.
The role of a teacher is not simply to convey information. It's a sacred relationship that one hopes will inspire students for the rest of their lives.
I came from a small school environment, but I think that it really gives you the opportunity to stand out and just gives you more opportunities to be involved, play sport, and just much more welcoming. Being able to talk to your teachers is so important, and I think that SV really embodies that, like just being able to feel comfortable with everyone around you.
In the St. Vincent de Paul environment, I think a student that is number one, very, very teachable. If I was coaching, I would say coachable. Someone that wants to learn, that wants to be engaged, that wants to be the very best they can be, that wants to fulfill their potential and possibly their dreams to go to a very good college. This is the place to be.
One of the main reasons I chose to come to St. Vincent's was the academic rigor. For me, academics is number one in my main priority, and seeing how this was a college preparatory school and how well they prepared their students really stood out to me.
I think the small environment's great. They can focus more on their academics. They can be students first, athletes second. They can play multiple sports.
I think that sports are, specifically girls sports, are elevated here because of the passionate coaching. I think that every coach that we've had has been passionate about what they're trying to kind of teach us and help us with, and they all want to build, our program, and they're all very dedicated to everything that they're doing.
When I realized that I wanted to go to college, four-year college after high school, more was expected of me to do well in my classes, and I think that the academic rigor at St. Vincent de Paul has really helped me thrive to accomplish my goals.
The kind of student that would thrive here is the student that wants to be involved in the community of their school. Almost all of our students are involved in a sport, in a leadership program, in a service program.
The students here are really welcoming. You shouldn't really worry about finding somebody to hang out with, whether it's in class or during Mustang days, during your advocacy groups. You can walk up to anybody and start a conversation with them, and they'll be very respectful and responsive.